Sorry, y'all. Trying to get this picture going for you as well as I can. Alright, well, my altar workspace tends to continue to grow, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm also in a new living space momentarily, so it's you know, a little different work wise. There's just a little bit of Florida water. Let's see. Hopefully this new child of mine, I just recently had a baby, although he's growing so quick and he doesn't think he's a baby, but he's fantastic. So Aries, what is up? You know, I always try to tap into energies before I come on live, because for some reason doing it live is the only way it really goes through. I don't know why. Maybe it's the area I'm in. Who knows? But that's how it goes. I just wish there was a pause button for when, you know, something comes up with the kiddos. But that's okay too. Let's get back to you. Feeling a little bit rebellious maybe? Got a little bit of itch for some change. That's not bad. That's to be expected. It's the end of the year. Things are wrapping up. The New Year's coming. So, yeah. When I pulled your general energy card, we got obedience, okay? And I'm not surprised, because as I meditated on y'all's energy, y'all are not liking, oh, I'm sorry. For those of you who aren't familiar, this is a general reading for Aries, and it's from today, the 26th, and I decided to do it just for the week instead of the month, because I want to come back and do a month one for you guys. So I'm going to do it to the 3rd, and then on the 3rd I'll do like December's month as a whole. So, Romeo. So, hold on a second. Leave the poor child alone, my dear. So, anyways, I picked up a lot. Oh, rewind. So yes, it is a general reading. So it's Aries sun, moon, and rising, Venus. And I think that sums it up. Yeah. And another important thing to remember with the tarot and stuff is that, you know, time is not linear and energy is fluid. So, you know, even if it doesn't resonate with you right now, maybe you look back on it in a week or so and are like, holy shit, now all of a sudden it does. I mean, I've seen things literally change overnight. But I feel for a lot of you, you know, and I kind of had to laugh because I'm the same way all the time. But an energy that I'm picking up very strongly for you guys is, let me do my little energy tuner real quick so we're all in the same vibe. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Now until December 3rd. Please give us the messages for their serves their higher good. Nice. That was nice energy, but I also got a kind of spark, like I want to move it. I want to move it. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Anyways, I'm getting a huge like sense of again, the energy that popped up was obedience, and then as I meditate, I go through some cards, and you know, the Justice card had come up for y'all, but so did the Lovers card, and so that was interesting. I also feel like you're really itching for a change, Aries, and that isn't a bad thing. So, you know, dust off those old resumes you got, clean up areas that you may need to clean up, so that when you get that knock of opportunity on your door, you're ready. Right now is a good time to take risks. Just make sure that they are healthy risks. Because again, a lot of Aries are feeling rebellious right now. So if you're feeling kind of like, you know, breaking a rule that's set in place for you or others for your protection, and you don't like authority right now, but right now isn't the time to fuck with that. Like, you just need to obey and you know, learn the steps of the dance before you attempt to change them to suit you, basically. So what else did I get in meditation? It's also not a time, though, to let fear hold you back, either. I'm also feeling a test of some kind, whether it had to do with health. I'm feeling for a lot of you that it does have to do with health. It could be some other kind of test that you've been really antsy waiting on, and you can go ahead and take a deep breath, because you're going to get positive results that are in your favor as far as that test goes. So you're welcome. Anyways, so we're not into our reading yet, so you know, not gonna get into all my stuff, but single mom, Romeo, baby, you know, I'm juggling a lot, but it's okay, it's cool. But, and it being live, like, there's gonna be, you're seeing it all, you know, whereas other people can snip out those parts. But I appreciate y'all's patience and bearing with me, because it's all good. So anyways, let's get into your reading, though. I'm gonna keep your main energy out, your obedience. You know, I was trying to tap into exactly as far as the legalities with authority, what that could have to do with. And, well, we can get into your reading, but I do feel a high sense of children kind of being involved, especially because when it comes to our children, like, that's something that we feel like, that's my child. Like, I don't care who the fuck you are, what badge you have, what credentials you are, that's my baby. Like, and I say what goes when it comes to my child. And I think that, you know, the divine's message as far as, you know, you're really feeling like breaking a rule that's been set in place, whether it's custody rules or, you know, maybe you're just going to court and you know the other person isn't in the best interest for anybody, but you just trust me on these areas. You just got to go with the flow for right now. I feel like if it is that, it's in the beginning stages. So, but again, definitely prepare yourself. You're wanting a big change, or a big change is coming. So like I said, you know, get your ducks in a row so when that date comes up or somebody shows up at the door or whatever, you got your shit together. Like, you're, you know, 10 steps ahead of the other person. And again, this may or may not resonate with you. But I'm definitely feeling like it either has to do with children or it has to do with you and a sibling, one of your siblings, getting into some mischief together, kind of like you did when you were kids, but you're adults now, so it's a little bit of a different scenario. So anyways, but let's get into this. Let's get into this this reading right now. Let's see what we got going on for our lovely, rebellious feeling Aries right now. I do love y'all's energy. I love it because just when people think they got you figured out, huh? They got another thing coming. Yeah. For shizzle. When I get a little stressed or overwhelmed, I get a little goofy woofy. So, you know, you don't want to take shit too seriously in anything anyways. I always say that. You gotta have humor. You ain't gonna make it out alive. So, but I think this year in general, with a lot of signs, a lot of readings I've been doing, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so again, sorry about that. Normally I try to do this during naps and bedtime, but I've been so exhausted myself that I've been taking advantage of those naps and bedtimes. I just can't help it. It's a lot of work. A lot of work on top of all the stuff that's going on. But you know, the one thing that keeps me strong and going is all y'all's love and support, honestly. And that is why also I am giving free readings up until the end of the year, just as a gift of gratitude and just something I felt like doing, something that I could give for the holidays. So anyways, back to Aries. Spirit, Holy Spirit, I call the divine angels, archangels, guides, ancestors, everything that serves the higher good. What messages do we have for Aries this week from today, December 3rd? Give us clarity and the best messages to serve them. So, oh, all right. You guys are feeling a little stuck. I think that's why this change is needing to happen or wanting to happen, because you're just kind of between a rock and a hard place right now. You know, don't quite fit in with where people are trying to tell you to, or they think you should, which really doesn't matter. It's about you. And Aries, I mean, you've got a lot of fulfillment and the things necessary in front of you to pretty much manifest whatever it is that you're desiring, whatever that change is. But I feel like y'all are a little, not so much scared or afraid, but it's more of like a hesitant feeling, which is kind of different for y'all because you guys aren't too much, like, you guys don't have a problem doing things impulsively, but I feel like things with the main energy right now that's going on with y'all, that obedience energy, you know, let's see, clarify this Knight of Swords for me, please, Spirit. Clarify this Knight of Swords. Clarify this Knight of Swords. Actually, I use this deck for my and this is Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus from now until December 3rd. So the next week. Just kind of clarify. Sign Aries, Aries. My lovely, lovely Aries. Like the twinkle of the stars in the sky, my Aries. Temperance, okay. Yeah, so basically, you guys have a lot in front of you to, I mean, with this Seven of Cups right here, I'm having a feeling that this has to do with the change you're wanting to make. Okay, you got what you need in front of you. 7 cups full of anything you need to manifest and make it through that change. However, you're really having a hard time with authority or doing things in the right order, you know, even divine wise. There's a divine order to things too. You know, not always, but the divine does in some things follow things that we have going on down here, you know, and they're kind of like saying, hey, you got to follow this. You know, and clarifying that, you know, I get temperance. You need to be careful because you have all those things and it's almost like you might get a little too, you know, kind of, how do I want to say, distracted on that fact. Like you might be getting like, oh, I'm good, like I got all this shit, like, you know, no one can touch me, I'm good. But the thing you need to realize is, you know, you are good, but you need to have kind of a little bit more self-discipline. And I definitely feel that with the Temperance card too, you know. She's all about a balancing of the divine and the light. And this is a beautiful card, Aries. You know, she's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out, which again, I feel you kind of testing out that change you're wanting to make. Like you don't want to fully jump in yet. You don't want to fully commit to it. And this could have to do with the relationship, but you're getting your toes wet for sure. And it's just so beautiful. I just love that deck so much. But that's why I like to use it for my clarifying cards. And then, you know, we have in the very near future the 2 of Swords. Okay, first we see 2, which is choices, balance, reflection. But the 2 of Swords also goes hand in hand with the Justice card. Okay, so I definitely feel like there is some choices that definitely need to be made here where there's outside parties kind of meddling in your shit and you just don't like that. You don't like that at all. I mean, who does? But you really don't like that at all. I kind of feel like this ain't your first rodeo. So you're like, been there, done that. I don't need anyone telling me, you know, what to do, how to raise my kids, you know, how to do my job. how to live, who I can or can't love. I almost feel like for some of you Aries too, don't know, this is just what I'm hearing, that some of you may be getting the courage to come out of the closet. As far as same-sex relationships, and especially with the holidays coming around, I think y'all are trying to decide, is this the right time to do it? You know, should we, you know, let our families know now? So, I don't know. I will clarify the, clarify this Two of Swords for Aries, please. Clarify the Spirit. Clarify the Two of Swords for Aries. Please clarify the Two of Swords for Aries. Yeah, again, we have a choice needs to be made. And just the bottom of the card, wow, or the deck, I'm sorry. So you have this choice to be made, and again, I'm seeing children, and it's the Emperor. Okay, this is why I like to clarify with these cards, because we get a little bit more detail than we do with the Rider deck. Not that, you know, every card, or every deck, I'm sorry, why do I keep calling them cards, has their own pros and cons. But you see the children in the background, and the Emperor is all about divine order, keeping things orderly, being obedient, following, you know, rules that are set, and he came in reverse. So again, I'm getting a strong feeling that for a lot of you Aries, that this has to do with family matters, with children, and that y'all aren't feeling like you know, having some 19-year-old who doesn't have kids. You know, this is just hypothetical, working for CPS, trying to tell your ass what to do, you know, or the judges, or whoever the authority figure may be. You feel like, those are my kids, I've raised them, I know them, like, I don't need your ass telling me. You don't even have a kid. When you have a kid, you can come back and tell my ass. So Romeo. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, and that was just a clarifier for the Two of Swords. So, and I also feel with that there's a little bit of, with the other party, that they are being a little, like, deceitful or manipulative, or, you know, acting holier than thou. When they got similar shit, if not more secrets, or what's the right word, like their hands are, you know, just as dirtier, if not dirtier than yours. So that's what I get for that. Let's move along. For Aries, and like I mentioned earlier too, for some of you Aries, you might be dealing with a health issue where you're waiting on, you know, maybe the results of something, and I've gotten twice from 2 different resources that test is going to come out in your favor, and that you will be celebrating that, because maybe you got told something at one point and you've been like holding your breath waiting for this test that's been taking forever, and it's finally here, and it's gonna come out in your favor, and you're gonna get to, you know, take a breath again, which is always nice. So Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the next week. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the next week. For the next week. Y'all liking that SpongeBob in the background? We up in Mommyville now. We went from my neck, my back, to who lives in a pineapple under the sea. Okay. So let's take a look here. Me darlings, me darlings, me darlings. Yeah, I feel a separation here, Aries. Maybe that was the change that you were trying to make, and make it the right time. But it almost looks like a mutual agreement. It doesn't seem like it was too nasty, you know what I'm saying? I think it was just different paths that each of y'all wanted to take, but that there are kids involved, and that's potentially, yeah, that's potentially what can create negativity or drama that you just aren't needing. So oh, this is great, Aries. Wow. I mean, so this totally, I do want to, hold on, let me clarify. You know what, I think I'm going to clarify, hold on one second. I want to clarify this one. This is the Nine of Cups reversed. Spirit, can you clarify for me why the Nine of Cups is in that position for Aries? What is it involving? Because I mean, this next one's great. I just want to clarify this. Aries, Spirit, please help clarify this reverse Nine of Cups for Aries, please. Understanding. Okay. Oh, it couldn't be more clear. So, we got the Eight of Cups, but he was in reverse, okay? So, I feel you kind of, you're feeling complacent with where you're at, but it's not necessarily, you're not like in your home environment. Either you've traveled somewhere, you're staying with a friend, you're at an extended stay, something to just kind of calm the waters between whoever your significant other or mother, father of your children. Again, an important thing to know is roles can be reversed. Just because it's a feminine on the cards or a male doesn't mean it can't be different. The genders, we all have a feminine and masculine energy to us. But the reason I feel like it's not your permanent residence is, one, because I think you're going through a change in residence, actually. You're okay, you're content for now, you know, getting the privacy, your thoughts together, or whatever, but those cups aren't going to remain upside down for too long. Whatever's holding them up as they're facing upside down is not permanent, you know? They're not meant to be that way. So it's just not going to happen. But for right now, you're doing what works in the best interest of everybody, especially the kids. Now, as I clarified that card, I got the Understanding card, okay, which is also 43. 4 and 3, that's also a 7. So again, like I was saying earlier, discipline, worth ethics, changing course, struggle, okay? Oops. So you're going through a big change, Aries. Maybe that's why I felt so drawn to y'all this morning. I wasn't even like, oh, what sign am I going to do today? It was just, I woke up and was like, I need to talk to Aries. Flat out. If I got to do it while I'm in between, you know, the baby and this errand and that errand. Somehow I gotta make it work so they can get this message or messages. Because I feel like also you have the Nine of Pentacles here. Okay. And it definitely, well, let's see, it was more like this. This is how it came out. Okay. So, there's another one. So, you know, you're all upside down over here. You know, your needs are met. Like I said, you have everything you need to take care of yourself. But you're not budging when it comes to your children, is what I'm getting. You know, I'm not worried about money. But then I definitely feel like this is, let me just set him down. He doesn't want to be up there. So, I definitely feel like this is the significant other and that she's already messing around with someone. Actually, she could have had an affair, Aries. I'm getting the feeling that there was an affair here. And that's what the sudden change was. And or taking money from you secretively and giving it to her little boudet on the side. You know, see how he's got one of the pentacles? She's got all these. And you know, she's just taking her sweet time because she feels like everything's in her hands. I mean, there's even an itsy bitsy snail right there, like, I can take my sweet time with this. I'm gonna suck him dry and take him for all he's worth. Or her. Like I said, roles can be reversed. This could be a female. And this could be the male, you know. I definitely feel that. I'm gonna clarify that real quick just to see. And yeah, with the understanding card, I think it's more of like trying to understand. Like you're just blindsided. Like this dude has nothing to offer her, him or her, and yet she's willing to sacrifice everything that we've built together, our home, everything. So, but I'm just going to put a clarification on the whole scenario real quick, even though I know I did the one clarification on, so, which I do feel that is you. That dude definitely isn't. And it's almost like they're throwing it in your face one way or another. Because he's literally coming from her, traveling backwards, you know, with the one pentacle where you're sitting upside down. And I just feel like an energy of pity. Like they pity you. Like, go on, like, they can miss you with that shit, you know? No one needs to pity you. You're gonna be just fine. Yeah, I feel the children's energy come up again. Let me just see what's... So then you get the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So the clarifying card I got was the Page of Wands. And so, who would this be? So, we have the Three of Swords here. But I love the Three of Swords in this deck because if you look at it in this deck, whoops. You look at the Three of Swords in this deck and, you know, yeah, you're pierced here, yeah, you're pierced here. But if you look at this one real closely, it's actually not technically pierced. It's almost like it's behind the heart. And then it's kind of hard to see, but you have these two fairies right here. Yeah, and they're dropping some purple flowers. And this is another one. He kind of got like rattled a little bit, bumped, fallen. But when you look at it, there's a male fairy, and he's literally holding the female back. And it's like the sense that she's going for that third knife to pierce the heart. And he's holding her back like, no, I don't think so, bitch. You've done enough damage. Like, no. And I think there was another party trying to help too, but it was, you know, too much for them to bear as well. Like, she's very vindictive person, and it doesn't matter if it's at the expense of, you know, her children. Now, this is great though, Aries, as we kind of wrap this spread up, because we have upcoming, you know, in the very near future, or, you know, it could have already happened. But it's so sad, you know, the feeling I get with this one. So it's the Death card, right? And which is good because that means that you were wanting this change, you knew what was going on, and this is just clarifying that you've done and dealt, paid your dues, like, it's over and you're getting a fresh beginning. But it's sad because if you look at this little boy right here, it's like he's offering death flowers. It's almost a sense of such innocence. like a child thinks that, you know, well, maybe if I give them flowers, it'll change their mind. Because in their eyes, they're seeing this split as a negative thing versus a positive thing. You know, and so they're trying to do everything in their little heart's power to keep mama and dad together or whatever the situation may be. But I'm really feeling through all these cards that this is the main factor for most Aries. Like I said, won't resonate with all. If it doesn't, check your sun, moon, rising signs, or check out another reader. You know, we all have different channels that we pick up on and whatnot. So, and the other sense I get is that a lot of times parents will use children as ammunition. So, with this death card and this coming to an end, I feel this child or children be. Whew. Oh, that was strong. That shit took my breath away. I almost felt choked for a second. We're getting choked up. Because it's so unfair, but parents do it all the time. You know, and they use their kids as ammo. Not realizing, you know, the effect it has on them. And then after that, which I'm so happy that as we come to a close with this reading, that these are the last two cards for my dear Aries. And you guys deserve it so much. I hate when readings, you know, have to show negativity, but it doesn't necessarily always show negativity, but it can feel like that to the person who's getting the reading. But your last two cards, Aries, are the Lovers, and then you have the Four of Wands. I mean, I couldn't ask. I mean, there are better combinations, but this is awesome. This is you. Okay, and if you look up here, this is, I just love the pictures in this deck. I'm becoming obsessed with different decks just because of the pictures and the energies. They all carry such different energies, even though they're the same, you know, Lovers, Four of Wands. They all carry different meanings. So you see up here, this is the divine, okay? And this new love that's coming into your life, very soon after that death card came the Lover's card sent from the divine. So this could be a karmic partner, a soulmate, a twin flame, and we are, or a life partner, and we are in the season for that. Okay, so they are in your path, and if you have not already met them, you will very soon, because this is a literally gift from the divine. I mean, she's right there shining down on y'all. So, and then celebration, you know, will finally be, you know, everybody's happy, dancing, celebration, you know, new home in the background, just very, and all those wands that had a little growth on them, I mean, have blossomed to all this growth, which is amazing. So I do like to end my readings pulling an oracle card for you guys. Just coming from the heart. Just a loving energy from the divine. So as we wrap this up, what message do we have for Aries from now until the 3rd of December? for them to focus on as they go through all this stuff or muck that we have in front of us, but also wonderful blessings that we need to be thankful for, because the bad is bad, but the good is good, Aries. So just hang in there. I mean, a lot of the signs right now, with it being the end of the year, are just out with the old, in with the new, and completely purging themselves from the past. Oh, alright. So, it already jumped out. So, the oracle card that we got, and it's 36, so you know, that would be 8, but this is stupid reflection. What is it reflecting? Oh, the phone. Listening for the truth, okay? And I feel like the way that you're gonna find the truth is in ways that you wouldn't normally find it. Like, see how she's listening through a seashell to hear the truth? I think that's a huge symbol right there. When you really get down, I mean, even just going into nature, whatever's closest to you, away from people, going into nature or whatever, can bring so much clarity. And I know it sounds silly. I've been told similar stuff, but it's so true. And she's completely vulnerable. I mean, she's naked and just, there's so much, you know, darkness around her, but you can see little bits of light right here. So listen for the truth, but also, we get 8 with 36, and that is reevaluation. That is evolution. It's one phase to the next. So again, like with what we were looking at, you know, and the death card, you're going from one phase, all that yucky stuff, to a whole new phase. And baby, can't touch this. Can't touch that. So, I feel like, let's see, what's the bottom of this one? 22. So, I don't know, I just felt like drawing another one. Sometimes I'll do 3. You got, she feels she knows, or he feels he knows. So it's almost like, you know what to do. And even though she feels and she knows, you know, she's taking a beating, man. Taking a licking and keeps on kicking. I mean, black eye, fat lip, you know, but she's being softly embraced by that feather, by the divine. Like, it's okay, you know. And 2 is about balance, reflection, duality, choices, and again, okay, again, this connects to the justice card. So that's 3 times that justice has showed up in your favor. Okay, if that doesn't say something, Aries, I don't know what does. But you're gonna get your justice. It's coming, which makes me super happy for y'all. and I can't wait to check in with y'all for the month of December. You guys are gonna do great. You guys are a tough, strong sign. Yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but if you want to book a reading with me, let me know. Leave a comment below. I just moved my readings to YouTube, so I do appreciate any feedback from y'all. Please like and subscribe. I know I don't have all that fancy stuff up yet. It's just me, and I'm just getting started. But I do have my email and my PayPal and whatnot. But like I said, just for the month, you know, to the end of the year, my readings will be free. And, you know, donations are always accepted, definitely appreciated. Because it hasn't been an easy year on me either, y'all. But you guys and the spirituality and the divine are what keeps me going. So if anything, a comment, a subscribe, a like means more to me than money, honestly. So if y'all could do that for me, if you happen to watch this, I'd appreciate it. I know we had some minor interruptions here, but like I said, for some reason when I do it live, it loads itself up faster than if I do a recording that I can go and edit and whatever have you. So you get to see the whole shabam. Anyways, Aries, I'm sending lots of love and light. I was very happy and blessed to do your reading. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't get too rebellious, though. But I do feel you on that. I'm not big on authority at all. So, yeah. But love and light to y'all, and I will see you on the flip side. So...